Thanks, Tommy. Thanks for the warm welcome, Georgia. It's good to be here. All right, before we get started, I have some important warnings about alarming trends in prescription drug abuse. Adderall use is on the rise. No one noticed at first, but people are finally starting to pay attention. Xanax use has also been increasing, yet strangely enough, no one seems particularly worried about it. All right, as Tommy said, my name is Peter Gross, and I am pretty much the greatest accountant in the world. How do I know I'm the greatest accountant in the world? I'll tell you. First of all, I was drafted first round in 100% of fantasy accounting leagues. What? Were you part of a fantasy accounting league where I wasn't drafted first round? I didn't think so. Not only that, listen to this. While most accountants sit around all day typing away on their little 10 keys, not me. I've got an 11 key. Yeah, that's one more. Being such a wise and important accountant, people are always asking me, Peter, what is the secret to your success? Really, it's simple. I'm the man I am today because of my strong system of internal control. Now, I'm a state employee, which means I have a slightly different holiday schedule from most normal people. While most people celebrate New Year's Eve, I celebrate fiscal New Year's Eve. This means every June 30th, I stay up until midnight and watch the state drop the ball again. I'm kidding, of course. It's my job to prevent that sort of thing from happening. I work at the state auditor's office, and we are charged with minding the taxpayer's purse, although I hasten to add that we only mind this purse in the figurative sense. I don't care if I've been married to the taxpayer for 50 years. She hands me a literal purse, I'm letting that sucker drop on the floor. Got an image to protect, you know? My main audit is the Department of Transportation, which means that I'm an accountant surrounded by hundreds of engineers. Talk about being the one-eyed man in the land of the blind. I'm not saying that accountants are jocks or anything, but I think that with engineers, they make the pocket protectors just a little extra thick. The other good thing about being at DOT is I have unlimited access to those big orange traffic barrels. You guys know the ones, right? I actually keep one right next to my desk. So whenever my boss stops by and says, hey, Peter, blah, 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 and you need to blah, I'll say, slow down there, lady. There's men working here. And actually sitting on the meetings of the Board of Transportation, these guys are the real comedians. Whenever there's a project they want to put off till the next meeting, they'll say, oh, don't worry about that. We'll handle that on down the road. We may not have funding for this project right now, but we'll build that bridge when we come to it. When I'm not auditing, I have hobbies too as well. Who here likes riding bicycles? Trick question, no one likes riding bicycles. That's why I've come up with something way better. Alligator riding. What's not to like? Not only are alligators just as fast, but they are far more carnivorous. And the best part is you never look stupid riding around on an alligator like you do riding around on a man-powered machine invented in the early 19th century. I move right along on my alligator, and traffic stays out of the way. Speaking of traffic, I have a confession to make. I have a weird habit of always getting pulled over by the cops when I'm at my most innocent. Just last week, I got pulled over on my way home from church choir practice. The cop said, son, you been drinking tonight? I said, no, sir. We had no alcohol at church choir practice tonight. It was near the end of the month, and we decided we'd keep things low-key. What? I like that one. I have been drinking way too much lately because my girlfriend broke up with me. Yeah, what? You don't know me from Adam, whatever. Yeah, but yes, my girlfriend broke up with me, and it was ridiculous. She said to me one day, Peter, I just can't stand you. You are too self-aware. I said, wow, I had no idea. And then right after that, she starts going out with the Monopoly guy, which I guess shows it's true. You can't compete with someone who has both money and game. I'm back out trying to find a new girlfriend now, using what I like to call the Blackjack method. Always hit on anything over 16. Sorry, 17, we're in Georgia. Half of you are paying attention and realize I must be a terrible blackjack player. If none of that works out, though, I've got a plan B. Apparently they have robots now. They're designed to fulfill human needs for intimacy. I don't know, that seems a little weird to me, which I guess is why people have been slow to embrace the new technology. Actually, a lot of people act like robots these days, especially service workers. Every time I go into Chick-fil-A now and say thank you, they say, my pleasure. My pleasure? Seriously, Chick-fil-A? Even over at the Gentlemen's Club, a simple you're welcome usually suffices. And I've worked in fast food before. I'm not saying that serving fried chicken and milkshakes to suburban housewife spawn doesn't have its merits, but it ain't any kind of pleasure. Speaking of suburban housewife spawn, my niece is finally old enough that I can start playing head games with her, and I've wasted no time. My first step has been to forbid her from watching any Disney movies except for Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. You guys know Snow White, right? This is the one where the girl not only cooks and cleans for 7 short, hairy men with idiosyncratic personalities, but she's thrilled about doing it. I'm not a misogynist or anything. All I'm saying is that if my niece is ever going to work at a corporation someday, she's got to learn to be nice to the IT guys. Forget corporations, though. Just getting into college these days is pretty darn hard. I have a friend who works in admissions at Agnes Scott, and one day I said, friend, what would a smart, hardworking guy like myself need to do in order to get into Agnes Scott? Can you believe it? She just said I wasn't exactly Agnes Scott material. All right, you can come down from your lofty pedestal, Scotties. You guys aren't Ivy League yet. And when's the last time you won any football championships? Although now that I think about it, you could say same thing about the Atlanta Falcons as well. I was doing so well, too. Now that I've insulted my host city, thank you, I'd better get off the stage, but I have one final word of warning. Identity theft. It can happen to anyone. It even happened to me. People said, Peter, who would steal your identity? I don't know who it was, but I can tell you one thing. They're now crippled by an overbearing sense of self-awareness. Thank you very much. You guys are great.